This aisle isn't big enough for 2 zeros.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Is that all you got?
I'm up to my knees in 0 calories. Pepsi to the max, so let's drink all of these.
Snoop! Pepsi Max. Too much taste to be called a zero.
MAAC Player of the Year, Erica Allensbach, and the Marist Red Foxes look to advance to their 8th straight MAAC final, as today they take on the Siena Saints in the MAAC semifinals. And all the action is coming up next on the MAAC Television Network. And welcome back to the 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Championships presented by Pepsi Max. Once again, we come to you from Webster Bank Arena at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It's our second semifinal of the day, featuring the 4th-seeded Siena Saints going up against the top dog, the number 1-seeded Red Foxes of Marist College. A look at our New York Life bracket. It's been updated. Siena got here. They defeated Fairfield late yesterday. Meanwhile, Marist advanced by knocking off St. Peter's. Earlier today, Loyola advanced to the MAAC final by beating Manhattan 50-47. Hey, welcome everybody once again to Bridgeport. I'm Dean Darling along with Micah Ryan. And Micah, if you are Siena, as you look at this ball game, you're going up against a team that beat you by double digits both times, a nationally ranked program like Marist. How do you approach this contest?
If I'm Siena, I'm looking to control the tempo. They want to limit the number of possessions. The more possessions in this game, the least chance they have to win. So I'm looking to control the tempo.
All right, let's take a look now at our surprise. It's Bridgeport Star Watch. And a couple real good players on the back. Serena Moore, a first-team all-conference player for Siena, and for Marist, Erica Allensbach.
And Moore runs the floor probably as well as any center in the league. Allensbach, I think, is one of the most underrated guards in the country.
Log on to surprisesbridgeport.com to learn all that Bridgeport, Connecticut has to offer. Time for our Spark Energy starting lineups. For the Saints, Ramsey, Centeno, Gerling, Cockrum, and Moore. For the Foxes, 28-2 overall, had a perfect season in a MAAC. Allensbach, Karan, Yard, Gang, and Oliver. Number 1, Marist. Number 4, Siena. Second semifinal of the day. The Marist fans are juiced and ready. We'll be back with the start after
this. Someone, possibly you, pays for the electricity that powers this screen. Would you like to pay less? You have a choice. Spark Energy is here to save you money on electricity. It's the same power over the same lines, but with lower prices. Visit us online at sparkenergy.com/TV, where it's easy to switch and learn how Spark Energy gives back to your community, because we empower what matters.
The 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships are brought to you by Pepsi Max. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Spark Energy, empower what matters. FYE, strictly for your entertainment. And the Kind of Sports, home of the Rock, is proud to sponsor the MAAC. And by the 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships. Buy your tickets today on Ticketmaster.com, MAACSports.com, or by calling 1-800-745-3000. The 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships. Every game counts. And a warm welcome back to the 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships. We are ready for Marist and Siena in our second semifinal of the day. Time now for a coaching matchup brought to you by Anaconda Sports, home of the Rock. Gina Castelli She is the Dean of Coaches of the MAAC 21st year. 324 wins. That's the third most in MAAC women's history. And for the Red Foxes, Brian Georges just won his 5th MAAC Coach of the Year award. His winning percentage at 78%, 222 wins. Completely turned the program around. He's taken this program to the NCAA 5 consecutive years.
And I think this might be his best season yet. He's done a tremendous job with this team.
Rachel Fitz, three-time Player of the Year, is gone through graduation. Pieces have all been picked up. He brought in a valuable freshman class. Yesterday he played all 14 players in the win against St. Peter's. Underway, Coriel Yard along with Elise Carvana, Alan Spot, Gang, and Oliver to start out. Quick shot by Yard. Yard had a tough go yesterday, just 1 of 9 against St. Peter's from the field. Darrow gives the ball back to the Siena Saints. Saints had a real good year, Micah. When you look at it, MAAC preseason poll had them finishing 8th. They did better than that. They finished 4th.
Nice job in the MAAC this year. Overall record not so good. Played a very tough schedule, but I think it paid off in the long run, and we're seeing the results of it today.
The graphic showing Marist has dominated Siena, I believe, in the last 14 in a row, both by double digits this year. Centeno held to just 2 points yesterday in the win against Fairfield. Now for Ramsey. A lot of white shirts under the glass.
Key for Marist today, they've, one, got to control the paint, and 2, they've got to close out on the three-point shooters from Siena.
Foxes with 28 wins overall, just 2 losses. Lost to St. John's season opener and to St. Bonaventure in early December. Throwaway. Take a look at our Be Smart, Drive Smart keys to the game.
And we talked about Siena. They have to defend in the half court. Smart shot selection. They have to control the tempo of this game. And we just said protect the paint by the Marist team. They've got to close out on the perimeter under control and contest all three-point shots by the Siena Saints.
High delivery that time by Moore. Both teams turned it over on their first possessions. Moore had a quiet game yesterday. If you say 10 rebounds is quiet, along with 8 points, but they're going to expect a lot more out of her in the post today.
She's going to have to do more today.
And she's capable of that.
She is capable, and as we said at the top of the show, she runs the floor probably better than any center in the league.
Here's Oliver for the long look. She got hot at the end of the season. And the ball goes back to the Saints. Saints a very good defensive team, just like Marist is. Coming into the tournament, they were ranked 17th in the nation, giving up just less than 54 points a game. When you talk defense, you look at Marist. 49.3 points a game. Siena got here by beating Fairfield 36-33. And Mike, I don't know if you and I have ever witnessed it, but Siena had 7 points in the first half.
The lowest point production, I think, in the history of the MAAC.
Down to Fairfield 15-7. Came back and won that game by 3. Allen Spock had 16 in the win against St. Peter's yesterday. 6 of 7 from the field. Shot that one wide. And a rebound foul. Ramsey and Yard were engaged down on the low block.
Well, as a coach, I don't like that call. I thought that was a great block out.
It was an effort foul.
Yeah, and you got to applaud your player for blocking out like that.
First foul called in the ball game. Missing Ramsey. Elise Carrado really picked up her shooting from the outside this year. Misfires. Long look. Moore cradles it.
And when they can run, they need to run because, as we said, she runs the floor so well.
Letterman scoring this year with 15 a game. Today playing in her 111th career game.
But it has to be selective transition. They cannot get into an up and down game with the Marist team.
Fox is misfiring on their early shots. Here's Moore on the spin. And tapped out of bounds by the Saints. So Marist has come up empty on its first 5 field goal attempts. Second semifinal of the day between Marist and Siena. Siena the 4 seed, Marist the number 1 seed as we come to you from Webster Bank Arena, Harbor Yard, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Along with Mike Ryan, I'm Dean Darling. Siena with the initial 2-0 lead on the strength of a Serena Moore layup. Here's Yard. There's forcing a little bit in the early going. Yard dug it out. Allen Spock has tied it.
Yard has not shot the ball well since she's been here, but great effort to stay with it and get the ball back to Allensbach for the score.
Cockrum, one of the co-captains, along with Missy Ramsey. Gerling, she traveled. Gerling kept them in the game against Fairfield yesterday. She had a big second half and led them in scoring with 14. Third turnover on the Saints. 2-2 our score. Gerling, hailing from Horsholm, Denmark. Yard, another shot, hits the three. 0 for 4 yesterday against St. Peter's. Yard's a guy that can, a young lady that can just torch you.
And that might be part of their game plan, is to try to get her off the side.
Gerling got fouled late. Allensbach low bridged her. So it'll be Gerling to shoot 3 free throws. Allensbach's first foul. And Gerling on the year, making 79% of her opportunities in the regular season. Her maturation we saw early part of this season. Last year as a sophomore, she averaged 3 points and a rebound. This year averaged 10 points a game and 3 rebounds.
That's due in large part to being healthy this season. This is the first full season that she's been healthy. So we're able to see what she can really do.
Keep it tied on this one. Here's Gina Castello. Her assistant coaches Andrea Woodbury along with Jolene Johnston and Michelle Collins. So we're deadlocked at 5. Here's Allensbach. Play by Centeno. Anticipation. Cockrum. Had some problems with the dribble. Finally corralled it. First 2 of the day for Kathy Cockrum.
I think Marist looks a little flat.
It appears that they are rushing shots. And normally a team that leads the nation in fewest turnovers per game has turned it over a couple times in this one. There's a block by Moore.
And that's why she's the best shot blocker in this league. She comes from the help side, contests with the left hand, and a beautiful block. And controls it in bounds.
Lengthy Serena Moore for the jumper. Yard comes back to the rebound. A very efficient rebounder.
Right, and that is not her game, Serena's game.
She's definitely the slasher driver type. Here's Gang, part of her arsenal is that 3-point shot. Dug out again by Yard. Oliver out of Australia misfires. And the point guard, Elise Karan, is being heavily played by Centeno.
Second foul there on Centeno.
15-12 left here in the first half. Siena jumping out to a 7-5 lead on the strength of a breakaway layup by Kathy Cockrum.
This aisle isn't big enough for 2 zeros.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Is that all you got?
I'm up to my knees in 0 calories. Pepsi to the max, so let's drink all of these.
Pepsi Max. Too much taste to be called a zero.
On Blu-ray and DVD.
Join yourself to is the name of love.
Barry.
Oh, God.
God can't hear you, Barry.
Oh, too.
There are 2 things in this world. Sexy sex and boring death. I want to grow a beard.
On January 4th.
I had no idea. This was a dinner for extraordinary people.
Find out who's the biggest schmuck.
Your guy is amazing.
When you own Dinner for Schmucks.
Mamma mia, papa pia. Baby got the diarrhea. Hey, Tim!
In stores now on Blu-ray and DVD.
After the excitement of that basketball with official championship merchandise.
The MAAC Television Network's coverage of the Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships is available in high definition. Early lead for Siena, 7-5. Marist has turned it over a couple times in the ball game. Saints have turned it over 3 times. Marist has taken a lot of quick shots, Micah. 11 shots, they've only made 2.
2 for 11 in the early going. Yeah, very rushed. And they look to me just a little flat-footed.
Oliver inside. Part of her forte over Moore. Her first 2 of the day. Yeah, Oliver had a big finish to the regular season against Fairfield. Marist beat the Stags last Sunday, and in one felt swoop, she scored on 5 straight possessions in a throwaway by the Saints. Marist had the perfect undefeated season in MAAC play, went 18-0, and that is a tough accomplishment. They've now done it twice in the last 4 years. Going to travel by Yard on the up fade. Ryan Georges is really getting after his players. He's a vocal leader from that bench.
And he puts the throttle down from the tip-off to the end. It doesn't matter what the score is.
Marist already with 3 turnovers. Again, number 1 in the nation, 10.8 a game, the fewest turnovers per game. Siena with the starting lineup once again for the 22nd straight time. Moore got out of control that time. Elise Caron leads the league in charges taken, and she was obviously in the balloting for Defensive Player of the Year that was won by Katie Siena, we saw in our first game.
And she was game to step in there and take that charge. But that's a key for Moore. I think she can take the ball to the basket against Oliver or Gang. She just has to do it under control.
Yard with Gang, Allen spot, Caron and Oliver. Starting pass, back cut by Gang, good deflection. Cochran has come up big. Siena needs the likes of Centeno to have a day today, especially on the outside. Deflection by Yard. Shot clock at 12. Caron for the steal. Not great numbers. Allen Spock about 16 feet.
Nice ball fake. It's terrific recognition there by Allen Spock.
So fundamentally sound. MAAC Player of the Year.
We'll have to watch throughout this game how Centeno does shoot. She took a nasty fall yesterday, and you'll see her right wrist is taped up. It was already bothering her, and she took a really hard fall. And in the press conference, said that it was really bothering her.
2011 MAAC Baseball Championship returned to Waterfront Park in Trenton, New Jersey, May 25th through the 29th. All session tickets are on sale for $25. The daily passes are available for $10. For more information, visit MAACsports.com. Inbound will come from Ramsey after the deflection out of bounds by Caron. Gerling took Yard inside. Oliver, 6'4" in length from Australia. She was a nice pickup as a freshman last year. Still learning the American game. Bainan, first time on the court for her. Good dribble penetration.
And what makes her so effective is that she can shoot the 3, so you have to close out, but she can also put it on the floor and take it to the basket.
She's one of the prize recruits last year. Kelsey Bainan from Burlington, Vermont. Moore again taking a jumper from 17. Foxes lead by 4. Oliver twisting away from Moore. And the ball goes back to the Saints.
Siena has to be careful here. They need to exhibit a little more patience on offense, and they can't get caught in a transition game with this Marist team.
You would think they'll have to play these games from media timeout to media timeout.
I think they do in small segments and just take it 4 minutes at a time.
Ramsey's take it out. Allison Mullins is in, a freshman from Bloomfield, Connecticut. Wearing number 10 for the Gold and Green of the Saints. Mullins played briefly yesterday in the win against Fairfield. Gerling draws a crowd. Leanne Ockenden is checked in for the Foxes wearing number 11. Centeno with a long launch. Karan pushing ahead for Bainan. In traffic. And the glass secured by Cockrum. Cockrum already with 4 rebounds. Moore with a heavy hit there on Karan, but the foul goes against Kate Oliver of the Foxes. 11:45 left here in the first half. Marist has come back from a deficit to lead by
4. I could smell smoke, and I could taste blood, and I could hear my wife screaming, "Katie's dead. Katie's dead."
Every day, I live knowing that she's never coming back.
Our lives were destroyed by the drunk who killed our daughter. We have to live every day with the weight of that crash.
How will I live without Kate?
Could you live with yourself if you murdered my daughter?
Anaconda Sports, your sports authority, proudly supporting local high school athletes throughout the region. We want to thank all the teams and coaches that have made Anaconda the #1 dealer in the Northeast. Football, baseball, basketball, soccer, whatever your sport, Anaconda has what you're looking for. From the latest gear and team uniforms to logo shirts and hats for your company. Make Anaconda your connection.
Hey, if you want to go for sports equipment, go to Anaconda Sports. It's awesome, baby.
And welcome back to Bridgeport. Don't miss out on all the excitement. It's not too late to get your tickets for the Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships now through Monday here at Webster Bank Arena, Harbor Yard, Bridgeport, Connecticut. Get your tickets by logging on to MAACsports.com or by calling 1-800-745-3000 or right here at the Webster Bank Arena box office. The 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships. Every game counts. Really going at this one. Rita Moore is on the board for the second time today. 2 field goals, 4 points, 11-9 Marist.
Good possession there to get the ball into Moore. They've got to be careful. Already 6 turnovers for Siena in this half.
Yeah, prior to that shot, 14 possessions. 8 times they shot, only made 2 and turned it over the 6 times, as you mentioned. Karan Bainan on the floor with Alan Spock, Ockenden, and Maria Laterza checked in on the last media timeout. She wears 21 for the Foxes. 3 on the shot clock. Alan Spock with the fade. Karan wrestles there with Centeno. And the Foxes get a new possession. When you look at this Marist team, as Gina Caselli coaching her team, they have great length. You look at Kate Oliver, 6'4", Maria Laterza, 6'3". Kelsey Bainan over 6'4".
They're tremendous, and that changes everything. That extra length, being able to tip a ball, deflect the ball, get a rebound.
Ockenden, freshman out of the Syracuse area. Laterza for the fade jumper. Not really the choice of shots Brian Jordan wants Laterza to shoot.
And not a good foul there.
And then you're forced into the over the back on Ockenden. And quickly they're going to bring back Coriel Yarn for Ockenden. Well, they've had a lot of possessions, the Saints. 3 field goals made, turning it over 6 times, and only down 2.
Well, and they have to continue to control the tempo, work the ball, use the shot clock, and keep those possessions to a minimal.
Moore missed it. Good box out that time by Laterza.
cannot afford to give up big runs here to the Marist team.
Allensbach. They are very deliberate most of the time offensively, even though you and I commented that they took some quick shots in the first 3 minutes of this game. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Elise Caron and Moore swats it out of the air.
Her second block on that right baseline or left baseline. I don't think I'd try that again.
48 times she's blocked the opponent's shot this year. The youngsters on the Siena roster. Mullins, there's number 10. Down in the box for Moore.
That's the game.
And she got whacked. 6 points for Serena Moore.
No pressure on the ball on the perimeter, and she's able to throw that nice over-the-top pass to Moore. And that was Marist's biggest fears, that they couldn't protect the paint.
Maria Laterza picks up the personal. Moore looks like a different player in this game than what we saw 3/4 of the game yesterday against Fairfield.
She did not play well yesterday.
She wasn't calling for the ball in the post. Her numbers, just under 15 a game. Leading rebounder in the conference as well at 8.8.
Now, we wanted to see her beg for the ball yesterday, which she did not do, but looking much better today.
Puts her team out by 1. Laterza, not sure if it was a shot or a pass at the last second. Gang couldn't hold on.
I think she's trying to hit Gang there on the cut to the basket.
Kate Oliver will check in for Laterza.
Coach George is quick on the trigger today.
They want more to work on defense. They'll continue to try to pound it down there. There's Laterza. Little flare for Gerling. Victoria Yard gets great position as a rebounder. She's only 5'8" in stature. 4 rebounds here in the first 11 minutes and change. Across the way, Yard throws it away for Oliver.
Very uncharacteristic today of this Marist team.
Oh, he's not happy.
They don't value the basketball thus far. It's played 12 minutes.
They turned it over. They're halfway to what they normally average in turnovers. 11 turnovers between the two squads. Mullins over Best, who just came into the game. Allison Mullins, 5'8" freshman in high school. She averaged 15 points a game, and as a freshman, she's averaging she just matched it right there.
Well, she's played more and more as the season's worn on. She's given them some valuable minutes off the bench.
7-0 run by the Saints, a steal by Cochran. New possession for the Saints at the 8-minute mark.
Nice tip there by Oliver.
Best on a bounce there for Yard. Best lost her starting position at point guard to Elise Caron, but has done well coming off the bench. Erica Allensbach, she's money normally in a three-point district. 7 first-half points for Erica. Shooting 38% on threes in the regular season. Ties it at 14. Nancy shooting 40% on threes. Good overplay by Gang. 7:25 left in the first 20 of this one. We're deadline 13. Erica Allensbach ties the game on the jumper.
For over 20 years, Outback Steakhouse has proudly supported our troops. Now, we invite you to join us. Come into Outback and order off our limited-time red, white, and bloomin' menu, featuring delicious new dishes and classic favorites starting at just $9.99. And you'll help us donate up to $1 million to Operation Homefront, an organization that provides support to our troops and their families. Outback, welcome home.
Someone, possibly you, pays for the electricity that powers this screen. Would you like to pay less? You have a choice. Spark Energy is here to save you money on electricity. It's the same power over the same lines, but with lower prices. Visit us online at sparkenergy.com/TV, where it's easy to switch and learn how Spark Energy gives back to your community, because we empower what matters.
Look at today's results and what we have planned for you on the MAAC Television Network. First semifinal of the day, they went off at 9:30 this morning, 50-30, 50-47. Loyal advancing over Manhattan. We'll await the winner of this game. It's tied up, Siena and Marist, 14-14. Move to the men's quarterfinals, 2:30 Eastern. Loyola St. Peter's, followed by Marist Fairfield. Siena and Iona at 7:30 Eastern. In the nightcap, it's Canisius and Ryder, 10 o'clock Eastern on the MAAC Television Network. Down in the box again to Moore. She's now 3 of 8 from the field. Alice Bach with Gang, Yard, Oliver, Karan for the Foxes. Longest winning streak in the nation at 24, longest in the school's history. Oliver off the elbow, drew air.
This hasn't been the cleanest or the prettiest game I've ever seen, but it has to be to Siena's liking because of the tempo. We're 6 minutes from halftime, tie score. They haven't had any big runs, sustained any big runs from the Marist team. Executed pretty well on offense. More turnovers, I think, than they would like, but overall.
That was a rush shot that time by Moore over Oliver. Alice Bach. Now for Yard. Sending several players through the lane. Oliver corralled it. Thought she was fouled in the play. And the ball goes back to the Saints.
And I think if they're going to continue to try to get the ball to Moore, she's got to turn and face and break Oliver down. I don't think she's going to just be able to turn and shoot over because she's giving away size. Inches.
Gang dislodged it for a second. Clock rolls at 8 seconds of the shot clock. Centeno for the delivery to Mullins. Corralled there by Oliver. Siena's done a good job getting back on D as well. No runouts for the Foxes.
Right, and they knew they couldn't afford to let that happen. No runs of 4-6 points in transition.
Allison Mullins picks up the personal. That's her first. Each team with 4 here in the first half. Still tied up at 14-14. Alice Bach was named the MAAC preseason player of the year. What kind of pressure does that put on a player when they name you that in October?
When talking with the coaches yesterday, she is also another player in this league that came out with a mission, because a lot of people felt Marist would not be the team that they were in the past with the graduation of Rachel Fitz. And she took it personally. And I don't know that she felt pressure. I just think she wanted to play as hard as she could. She wanted to make the team as good as she could. And I really don't think she felt pressure being the preseason player of the year.
And then named just the other night the player of the year after being the preseason pick.
Like I said, I think one of the most underrated guards in the country.
Oliver goes out with 2 personal fouls on the over-the-back right there. And you look up at the clock, there's 5:20 left in the first half. You mentioned this is playing right into the hands of Siena right now.
I mean, the fewer possessions, the better chance they have to win.
Last time Siena was in the MAAC final was 2003 when they lost to Manhattan. Last time they won the MAAC tournament was 2001. Dearly. Greened off the basket. They've got a couple resets here in the first half. Zarotny is checked in first time. Kate Zarotny wears 2. And a block foul again on the Foxes.
Dean, when you and I had the broadcast up at Siena this year, I don't think Mullins even played. She played a lot yesterday. She's playing a lot today. Really nice-looking young freshman.
And season I-13 against Colgate. Long dish out front to Ramsey. Braun with the personal. 16 fouls on Marist. And now the call is going to go the other way on the Saints. Kate Zarotny picks up that personal. Emma O'Connor's checked in for the Foxes wearing number 13. Some token pressure in the backcourt by the Saints. Marist won its 7th consecutive MAAC outright regular season title this year, going 18-0 in the league. They've won or shared the MAAC regular season title 9 times.
Allen Spock and Mullins are getting into it here.
Yeah. It's a senior and a freshman. Looking orange.
Should be an interesting matchup.
Durant dish out to O'Connor. That did not hit the rim, it appeared. Shot clock violation.
Gang got away with a push there, pushed Cochran down on that rebound. It's getting a little chippy out there.
Emma O'Connor is a freshman from Lynbrook, New York. Missed 9 of its last 10 shots from the field, allowing the score to stay low, and Siena tied with Marist. Gerling coming back is Karan. Karan was 5th on the team in rebounding in the regular season. Youngster out of Montreal, Canada. So the foul goes against the Saints. 3:47 remains here in the first half. All tied up at 14.
Kate could not have been happier.
And she told me it was the best day of her life. Well, I placed her in a limousine for the ride home. There was a drunk driver. He drove straight into us, and I could hear my wife screaming.
I was looking on the floor for Kate to make sure that she was okay. Her head had been torn from her body.
Every time you get behind the wheel drunk, you put all of us at risk. Could you live with yourself if you murdered my daughter?
As your love has evolved, so have your gifts. From I like you, I really like you. I love you. I will always love you. And sometimes a gift says you mean more to me than anything else in the world. Life insurance from New York Life ensures your loved ones will always be taken care of. With 166 years of financial strength, it's the most selfless gift you can give. New York Life, the company you keep.
(14-14) the numbers in this one. 3:47 remaining. Siena the number 4 seed. Marist the 1 seed and defending champs of the MAAC, deadlocked. And coming up on our MAAC halftime report, we'll be talking with that lady right there, Gina Castelli. Gina Castelli and my partner Mike had a chance to get together a month ago or so and sit down and talk Siena basketball. We'll also have first half highlights and stats. Gina Castelli has to be pretty happy right now, deadlocked with the top dog in the conference.
Oh, she has to. Despite the score, she's got to be happy. She's held Marist to 25% shooting in the first half, and they've done this without Centeno. She's been on the bench the last 4 or 5 minutes with 2 fouls.
Marist led the league in field goal percent of the year at 42%, as you saw the graphic, but in this tournament at 31%. Another foul away from the ball, and it's an offensive foul again on the Saints.
It's a second on Zaratny.
7 on Siena, no shooting because of the offensive foul variety. Also checking in for the first time today, Kanika Cummings wears number 20 for the Saints. You see Ramsey's back on the floor. He'll run the show at the point, wears 33 for the Saints. Yard looks for help from Allensbach off the elbow. Drains another one.
I think that was Cummings that didn't hedge there. She's just got to get out. You cannot give Allensbach an inch.
There's Gerling. Trying to steer one home from the three-point district. Rebound to Karan. Allensbach has not missed a three in the tournament. She's now 5 for 5. There's Allensbach on the baseline. Delivery for Yard and 3.
Good timeout.
Triples from the 2 leaders, Allensbach and Yard, have dug a 6-point hole for the Saints.
And that's what they have to avoid, but a good timeout to stop this roll by the Marist Foxes.
Yard knocking down 31% of her three-point shots this year. The junior from Leesport, Pennsylvania, first-team MAAC all-conference player. Didn't stroke the ball well yesterday, but obviously shooting better here in the late stages of the first half.
And this is their game. Dribble, drive, and kick. Nice look there by Yard. She has such great rotation on the ball.
Also a good rebounder from 5'8".
We've seen some terrific rebounding guards today. McKenzie in the first game for Loyola, and then Yard today for Marist.
Foxes have fought back from a deficit to go on a 9-0 run to go up by 6. Active win streaks. Marist at 24. Stanford breathing right down their neck. 21 wins in a row. Tennessee, Green Bay, and Connecticut. That's not bad to have your name listed with those other schools.
No, not at all.
Mid-major poll came out earlier this week. Marist picked number 3. You've got Green Bay and Gonzaga. Good mid-major program.
She's come back with Centeno. I think she had to, despite the 2 fouls. They cannot let this game get away from them.
Cochran released
big
it.
basket by the senior.
But she didn't have to follow because Cochran nails it.
And not known for her perimeter shooting.
Well, 24% accuracy. 20-17. We're closing in at 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. There was a dearth of scoring for about a 4-minute period. Now both teams are starting to play much better offensively. Allensbach scores again.
I think they feel that's a real mismatch with Ramsey on Allensbach down in the post.
She has 12 points to lead her squad. Letterman scoring this year, 13.2 a game. Marist's lead swells to 5. Laterza didn't let Moore get all the way turned. Allensbach got clipped. Can't make it out to Webster Bank Arena here at Harbor Yard to see the Spark Energy MAAC Women's Championship game presented by Webster Bank in person. Be sure to watch it live Monday afternoon, 1 o'clock Eastern on ESPNU. One side of the bracket's filled. Loyola will be appearing in that game against the winner of this game between Siena and Marist. Numbers on Allensbach today. Laterza kept it alive. And the arrow gives it back to the Saints. Saints really getting after the ball. Centeno and company. Saints beat Fairfield in a low-scoring game yesterday in the quarters, 36-33. And they won it late with some great free throw shooting down the stretch by Centeno and Moore. Active hands by Yard, slaps it out. Siena going up a very good defensive team here, and this tournament is packed with good defensive teams from the MAAC.
We've seen it all week here, and they've got to make some hay while they can. Every possession for the Siena team is critical.
Inside feed for Cochran, and Cochran's having a half. 7 points for Kathy Cochran. Her ambition to work for the FBI down the road after she graduates.
Father's a retired lieutenant colonel in the Army.
Yang with steps. To Marist, who averages 10.8 turnovers a game, 9 in the first half.
I don't know that they'll go a 2-for-1 here. They could. The shot clock in 42 seconds.
Centeno with a clean look. Final 30 seconds of the half. Half a second differential. Game clock, shot clock. Hot hand is Allensbach to the lead. Eric Allensbach, 15 points to lead her squad. 15 of the 25 on the board. Final second, Centeno, long range, hits it on a three to make it a one-possession Marist lead. Erica Allensbach leads her team to the locker room, leads them in scoring with 15, knocks down 67% of her shots. 2 of 2 on 3. She hasn't missed in the tournament. Saints come back to match with a 3 by Centeno. Score at halftime, Marist 25, Siena 22.
On Blu-ray and DVD.
Join yourself there is the name of love. Barry.
Oh, God.
God can't hear you, Barry.
Love it too. There are two things in this world. Sexy sex and boring death. I want to grow a beard.
On January 4th.
I had no idea. This was a dinner for extraordinary people.
Find out who's the biggest schmuck.
Your guy is amazing.
When you own Dinner for Schmucks.
Mamma mia, papa pia. Baby got the diarrhea. Hey, Tim!
In stores now. On Blu-ray and DVD.
This aisle isn't big enough for 2 zeros.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Is that all you got?
I'm up to my knees in 0 calories. Pepsi to the max, so let's drink all of these.
Pepsi Max. Too much taste to be called a zero.
Halftime of our second semifinal of the day. Marist leading by a full possession over the Saints, 25-22. Here on courtside, along with Micah Ryan, I'm Dean Darling. Thanks again for joining us today. And Micah, there was a dearth of scoring in the first 12 minutes of this ball game. Nobody could put the ball in the ocean. Surplus of turnovers. However, both teams got hot at the tail end of that first half.
Well, they settled down. I think they were a little nervous, but I'm very impressed with the Siena team thus far and their effort to control the tempo of this game and their execution in the half court. Few too many turnovers, but otherwise a very good effort.
And they are playing right now into the hands of Siena. The Red Foxes are. Some quick shots early in the ball game kind of put them behind par a little bit. Now they seem to have been playing their game.
That's true, and I think what Marist needs to do in the second half is come out and try to be a little more patient, work the ball inside. They have a tremendous advantage in height, length, size. I'd like to see them try to get the ball inside a little bit more, but Allensbach has been tremendous. I mean, she's done everything: score, defend, come off screens. I mean, you can't ask any more from Allensbach.
And your player of the year in the MAAC. Let's take a look now at some of the MAAC upcoming championships. Men's and women's golf will take place April 29th through May 1st. Disney's Magnolia Golf Course in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. Women's lacrosse, same dates, 29th through May 1st, Iona College, New Rochelle. Take a look at some of the 2010-2011 MAAC championship winners, highlighting men's soccer, won by St. Peter's this past fall, and volleyball was won by Niagara University. Eric Allensbach scores 15 of her team's 25 points, doing it with an arsenal from inside and outside.
There's a place you can be on the beach during the day, or hear a live band late into the night. A place where you can do some indoor shopping, or do some outdoor eating. It's where creative thinkers go, and forward thinkers have their businesses. A place where kids can appreciate animals and adults can appreciate music. Is it New York, Boston, Philadelphia? No, but it's a place you may have heard of. It's a place called Bridgeport, Connecticut. Surprise, it's Bridgeport.
A little bit of a concerned look from Marist fans. Their team currently just up 3 on the Siena Saints here in our second semifinal today, 25-22. And a couple weeks ago, Mike Ryan had a chance to catch up with Siena head coach Gina Castelli. They talked Siena and MAAC basketball.
We're back at halftime, and I'm joined with Gina Castelli, head coach of the Siena women's basketball team. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks, it's good to be here.
Thank you. And can you talk a little bit about changes that you've seen over the past 21 years in the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference?
It's a long time, right? You know, the biggest thing is we've had so many competitive teams since I've been here. You know, when I started, I would say, you know, St. Peter's, Fairfield, Manhattan, those were the top teams. And then as the seasons have gone on, it's been different teams like Loyola, Siena, and now Marist, Iona. Those are the teams. And what's been really great. It's just changed. You know, it's not just been one school throughout the course of the 20 years.
That's great. Your most memorable moment? Do you have one that stands out?
Well, for me, probably, you know, winning the MAAC championship. That's always, you know, the goal, you know, of all the teams in this league. So, you know, that was definitely, you know, a time where, you know, we really were building as a program, and, you know, we reached the pinnacle of winning the MAAC championship. And then after that, we did even better. You know, we didn't win the championship, but we won regular season, and we went on to the NIT and did really well there. And so, you know, I would say the championship was the biggest the biggest memory for me.
Could you talk a little bit about some of the best team or teams that you've seen here in the
wow.
MAAC?
Jeez.
I don't want to pin you down to one.
Well, first of all, it's 21 years, so I'm getting old, so my memory, is gone. I just was talking to Stephanie DeWolf, and when she played at St. Peter's, she had great teams. They won the championship. They went to the NCAA tournament, and that year, those years in the early 90s were St. Peter's, and then I thought Fairfield had some really great teams later on. Loyola with Patty Stoffi's years and Patty Coyle as the head coach did exceptionally well. Then Siena's teams, have done well, and then Marist. I just think again, it's just been different teams throughout the course of the 20 years.
How about best player or players? I don't want to pin you down to a single player. There have been some great players in the MAAC.
I try to avoid that question even when they ask me at Siena, because I've had so many great players, and so I would pick all the Siena players as the best players. But in our program, we could talk about Gun Tabasco, Leanna Ansone, Liz Lops, Val Higgins, Melanie Hawker, Laura Menti. But in the other on the other teams, I would say in Loyola would be Patty Stoffi. Fairfield had so many great players. It's hard to pin one down, but Jess Grossarth was one that really stands out in my mind. And then St. Peter's, Stephanie DeWolf. One of the things I always said about our league is that we complement so much of the post play, but not enough the point guard play. And to me, she was probably one of the best point guards in this league.
Can you talk a little bit about this year's team? I know you were picked 8th in the preseason poll, and here you sit in January in the 3rd position. Can you talk a little bit about this team?
Well, we always felt that we had a good team. I could see why the coaches might have thought that we could be an 8th place team because, we don't have a lot back in terms of scoring, but, we knew our team, and we have veterans as well as a real young group. So, but I think what really happened with our team is our veterans really just took over, and, they came back in better shape, more prepared, ready to go, and their leadership has just been tremendous for us. So, it's really complemented the young kids well. We haven't really had to go so deep into our bench, which a lot of teams have in this league. This is a young league, I feel like, this year, and so some of the teams are so young they really have to go really deep in their bench or start a lot of their freshmen, which we don't have to do.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much for joining us today. We'll be back with more.
Thanks,
thank
Micah.
you.
Thank you, Micah. And once again, Marist leading here at halftime, 25-22. Gina Castelli, ranked number 3 in all-time wins in MAAC history, and she joined some elite company. Mike Brunelli from St. Peter's, who won 484 games from 81 to 2004, and Diane Nolan out of Fairfield, 1981 through 07. She won 434 games. Halftime numbers, Marist by 3 over Siena in our second semifinal today.
This aisle isn't big enough for 2 zeros.
Do I do better? I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Is that all you got?
I'm up to my knees in 0 calories. Pepsi to the max, so let's drink all of these.
Pepsi Max. Too much taste to be called a 0.
I could smell smoke, and I could taste blood, and I could hear my wife screaming. Katie's dead. Katie's dead.
Every day, I live knowing that she's never coming back.
Our lives were destroyed by the drunk who killed our daughter. We have to live every day with the weight of that crash.
How will I live without Kate?
Could you live with yourself if you murdered my daughter?
We take a look at today's results and TV schedule, what's ahead in the Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships. Earlier today, Loyola advanced to the MAAC Women's Final, 50-47 over Manhattan. This game at halftime, 25-22, and then we got 4 men's quarterfinals coming up. Our first game to kick off at 2:30 here in Bridgeport. We'll be back with more after this.
Great seats are now on sale for the 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, March 3rd through the 7th at Webster Bank Arena at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. 20 teams, 18 games, 2 champions, and plenty of edge-of-your-seat action. For tickets, go online to MAACsports.com, Ticketmaster.com, or call Ticketmaster at 800-745-3000. The 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships, every game counts.
Even in the most uncertain times, there are some things we know for sure. There will still be weddings, still be babies, and still be bright futures. That's why New York Life has been helping families plan for the expected and unexpected for 166 years. Backed by the highest ratings for financial strength, we're safe and secure, so you can be too. Give your family the gift of a secure financial future. New York Life, the company you keep.
Hey, look at our FYE first half stats. Both teams shoot 33-34%. Marist knocked down 2 more field goal attempts. Marist knocked down 50% of their threes. Points in the paint favored Siena, and rebounds won convincingly by the Foxes with a +8. Siena comes up with 3 blocks. There were 5 ties and 5 different lead changes in that first half, as Marist leads by 3 at halftime. Play ready to resume. Allen Spock to throw in, joined by Karan, Gang, Oliver, and Yard. Siena sends out Ramsey along with Gerling, Moore, Cockrum, and Centeno. Centeno hit the 3-point bomb at the buzzer at the end of the first half to get her team within 3. It's Karan for a hoist. She'll track it down and reset it. Marist in that first half, Micah, had 7 offensive rebounds compared to Siena's 1 offensive rebound.
Well, it's like 3-on-1 in there. They've got Gang, Oliver, Bain, and it's tough for Serena Moore in the paint. Just one lonely green uniform in there amongst all that height, size, length.
Would you believe that's her first rebound in the ball game?
That's hard to believe, but it is. 1 offensive rebound, 1 defensive rebound.
Centeno looking for somebody to clear. Saints come into this game 14 and 15 overall. Cochran gave him 7 points in that first half. More line drive on that shot.
And she does not shoot the ball well faced up to the basket. I have to see her put it on the floor.
Allen Spock got pushed by Centeno. Allen Spock was the story of the first half as Centeno picks up her 2nd personal foul. Her line 6 of 9 from the field. 2 of 2 on threes. You go back to what she did yesterday against Peter. 4 of 4 on threes. She hasn't missed one. But yet she doesn't settle for the threes.
No, she attacks the basket. And that's what I'd like to see more do some, is attack the basket. Also, that little sweeping hook she has with both hands. I'd like to see her use that more.
7 each by Cochran and Moore.
See, this is her game right here. That tight rim again, but that's her game. Back to the basket.
Moore leads everybody. I should say Yard leads everybody with 7 rebounds. She got that one defensively.
Nice double team there by Cochran.
11th turnover on Marist. Cochran pushed it up against Gang.
It's a shame she ran the floor so hard. She deserved that basket.
Allensbach can't miss on 3. She is now 7 for 7 in the tournament.
7 for 2 days.
Yeah, 7 for 2 days. And 18 points to lead her squad. Erica Allensbach, Miamisburg, Ohio. She's been a 4-year player for Brian Georges. Cochran was cutting back to her. Moore was sending it to the corner on the delivery.
We're in that danger zone again where Marist could run off 6-8 points and the game is over. Down 6.
Castelli will go to the bench again and bring in the freshman. She gave Allison Mullings a lot of time in the first half.
And they need a stop here. They need a defensive stop.
Foul down low. Elbow detected by today's referee, Ken Kelly. He's joined by umpires Kathy Lonergan and Keith Miller. Second one on Serena Moore. So you mentioned about Moore going up against Oliver, Laterza, Gang, people of that nature. Bounce for Oliver. May have got away with a hop.
3 or 4 hops.
Well, in Australia, you're allowed to do that.
International rules.
That's right. The lead to 8. Needed timeout by Gina Castelli's bench. 2:50 into the second half. The lead of Marist has grown to 8, largest of the ballgame.
This aisle isn't big enough for 2 zeros.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Is that all you got?
I'm up to my knees in 0 calories. Pepsi to the max, so let's drink all of these.
Scoop! Pepsi Max. Too much taste to be called a 0.
Dreams are forged. Character is tested. Teams are united. Champions win here. Watch the crowning of new NCAA wrestling champions March 18th and 19th on ESPN and ESPNU in high definition. For information, visit ncaa.com/wrestling.
Welcome back to the 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships presented by Pepsi Max. We're at Webster Bank Arena, Harbor Yard, Bridgeport, Connecticut. With 17:10 left in the second half, Marist leads Siena 30-22. The brain trust of the Red Foxes. Brian Georges, head coach in his 9th year, ably assisted by Megan Jebbia, her 8th year. She's been with Brian a long time. Aaron Ledger, former player. Lisa Kresge, who was a great point guard during their early runs to the NCAA. And Corey Chambers, who played at Georgia and eventually went to Russia and played pro ball over there. Jebbia right next to Georges. Centeno off the hop, missed it. And Karan comes away. Long look for Allensbach for 3, money!
Well, they cannot leave her unidentified on the perimeter.
21 today for Allensbach.
She hasn't missed in 48 hours.
Her career high was against Houston in a big win. 34 points at a tournament out in Vegas. Swat foul there on Oliver. You have to talk about what Marist did in that tournament. They beat Louisville, they beat Nebraska, and then they beat Houston this week, number 24.
Two Big East wins, I believe, Villanova and Louisville. So it's been a great year for these Marist Foxes.
Three fouls on Kate Oliver. They brought in Laterza for her. Half hook missed everything by Moore. Cleanup by Cochran. Here's Mullings. Needed basket.
Oh, they needed that basket.
Allison Mullings with her 4th point of the ball game. No problem breaking pressure. Shot clock under 9. Allen spy does it both ways.
They have no answer for her. They cannot stop her.
She's so crafty at her skill.
On the other end, we see Serena Moore every time she catches the ball. We see Laterza, we see Gang, we see Bain. We see 2 or 3 large, tall bodies around her.
Siena's really got nothing on the exterior part of the game today. It's all been inside.
No,
Marist just shut it down. Oh, what happened?
A step or two out of her range there. I think she got a little greedy.
She's human. 15:09 left here in the second half. Marist's lead is at 11.
On Blu-ray and DVD.
Join yourself to Is the Name of Love. Barry.
Oh, God.
God can't hear you, Barry.
Love it too.
There are 2 things in this world. Sexy sex and boring death. I want to grow a beard.
On January 4th.
I had no idea. This was a dinner for extraordinary people.
Find out who's the biggest schmuck.
Your guy is amazing.
When you own Dinner for Schmucks.
Mamma mia, papa pia. Baby got the diarrhea. Hey, Tim!
In stores now on Blu-ray and DVD.
As your love has evolved, so have your gifts. From I like you, I really like you. I love you. I will always love you. And sometimes a gift says you mean more to me than anything else in the world. Life insurance from New York Life ensures your loved ones will always be taken care of. With 166 years of financial strength, it's the most selfless gift you can give. New York Life, the company you keep.
Difference maker in this ballgame for Marist has been Erica Allensbach. She owns 23 of the team's 35 points, and she's gotten open quite often today.
One reason they built a lead is because they've lost her. They're looking back and see right here, they lose her. She hits the 3, and then in transition, here she is. There's nobody near her. The ball swings, and she gets a wide open look, and everyone's pointing, but no one's out there to pick her up. So it's been a key in this 11-point run here that the Marist Foxes have had.
Fox is led by Allensbach's 23. Siena's only scored 24 as a team. 9 of 13 from the field, 4 of 5 on threes. Just shot an air ball 3 after making 4 consecutive here this afternoon. Alan Spock, two-time MAAC first-team member, and then culminated this year with the Player of the Year honor. Centeno held to 3 points. She hit the buzzer beater at the end of the first half. Denial in the post. Overplay by Yard.
Just a poor entry pass there, too. She's open on the top side, and they try to throw an entry pass from the baseline. It's going to be tipped every time.
Well, good luck to Ryan. I'm Bean Darling. We are housed in Bridgeport. Oh, a cut by Alan Spock. Goes down heavily. Centeno on the personal.
I think she just got tripped up there. Yeah, I think she just tripped on somebody's foot. And a break for Marist, the third foul on Centeno.
Yard.
And the fourth foul on Centeno.
Knifed inside. Centeno didn't get set. So 4 on the team, 4 on Centeno, who takes a long walk to the bench. Gina Castelli will have a word with her. Yard this year at the free throw line made 76% of her attempts. MAAC fans, the MAAC is on Facebook. Make sure to catch up on the latest MAAC news by logging on to facebook.com/MAAC Sports. The lead of Marist is swollen down to 13 points. This is dangerous water area for Siena. Mullins drills it. 2 big field goals here in the second half by Allison Mullins. Garland trying to stay with Alan Spock. Saved by Alan Spock. Good effort by Garland, but she couldn't hold on.
Shouldn't have saved it there. Cardinal sin to save it under your opponent's basket.
Throwing the ball back. Over the back foul, called on the boxes. Number 2 on Laterza.
Big possession here. If they could cut this a 6-8 point lead before the next media timeout, there's still a chance. Yeah, I think you're right. They've got to play in 4-minute segments. They can't try to get too far ahead of themselves or get too down if they get, double-digit lead here.
Like the battle going on between Moore and Laterza down low. Gerling has not been able to find it today.
No, and she's not been in rhythm at all today, and they need her, especially with Centeno on the bench.
She's 0 for 6 from the field. 7 minutes off the game clock, second half, 11-point Marist lead. Out on the wing, Gang. Laterza blocked by Moore. Moore with at least 3 blocks in the ball game.
She is so good with the block.
Great anticipation by Serena Moore. She's a senior, Rochester, New York, 4-year player. Came in today with 1,077 career points. But defensively, such an asset. Gang, snuffed by Moore. Ball to the arrow. They'll give the ball back to the Saints.
They're defending pretty well, but they can't come up with any scores. They've had too many empty possessions in this last 3 or 4 minute segment.
Moore last year as a junior made second team all-conference. She averaged 13.7. This year averaging 15 a game in the regular season. And she was on the first team along with Alan Spock out there for Marist. Cochran, release Gerling.
She's just having a nightmare.
Yeah, now it's in her head. Perron out there with Alan Spock, Yard, Oliver, and Gang for the Foxes in quest of their 29th win of the year and 25th in succession. taking on the 4 seed Siena, who got by Fairfield yesterday. Marist beat St. Peter's easily, 61-33. Karan got in there somehow, and it rolled in. First 2 of the day for Elise Karan. Ramsey runs it at the point for the Saints in Blanchester, Ohio. Here's Moore. Got turned that time on Laterza. 9 today for Serena Moore. Laterza, Brooklyn young lady.
Good defensive rotation there by Siena.
Screen set by Laterza. Karan.
And she's not known for her perimeter shooting, so I think they're going to give up that shot.
Foul goes on. The Foxes at the 10:43 mark. Elise Karan knifes through. Scores on a left-hand layup. In the bench enjoying Elise Karan.
This aisle isn't big enough for 2 zeros.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Is that all you got?
I'm up to my knees in 0 calories. Pepsi to the max, so let's drink all of these.
Snoop! Pepsi Max. Too much taste to be called a 0.
Kate could not have been happier.
And she told me it was the best day of her life. Well, I placed her in a limousine for the ride home. There was a drunk driver. He drove straight into us, and I could hear my wife screaming.
I was looking on the floor for Kate to make sure that she was okay. Her head had been torn from her body.
Every time you get behind the wheel drunk, you put all of us at risk. Could you live with yourself if you murdered my daughter?
The MAAC and Rider University hosts the NCAA Division I Wrestling Championships at sold-out Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia from March 17th through the 19th. Make sure to stop by the Fan Fest at Lincoln Financial Field during the championships. For more information, log on to ncaa.com/wrestling. Time now for our surprise. It's Bridgeport Star Watch update. Serena Moore with the 9 points, 4 boards, all of them here in the second half, and 5 blocks defensively. Erica Allensbach, 23 points, 9 of 14 shooting. Log on to surpriseatsbridgeport.com to learn all that Bridgeport, Connecticut has to offer. Play resumes. Saints with possession of the ball. Cummings came in on that last stoppage of play. Where's 20? Clear by Laterza.
I don't think that's the shot that they wanted, Dean, out of that timeout. It's tough to come in off the bench and take a shot like that.
Yes. Yard with the ball. Allensbach had to think about it.
Oh, I think she was surprised she was so wide open.
26 today for the senior from Ohio. Came in with 1,332 career points into the tournament. Cummings. Big mate. Skanika Cummings.
She didn't hesitate.
Monroe, Connecticut, her hometown. Is an all-state player in this state. Timeout. Allen Spock. She was into a trap situation.
Took a lot of courage to take that shot after she missed the drive.
A freshman hits a big shot. Mullings, another freshman, hits a big shot for Siena. Kind of keeping them in this one. Down by 11 with 9.5 left.
I don't think she can wait much longer, though, to get Centeno back in the game.
The men's and women's MAAC Golf Championships return to Disney's Magnolia Golf Course, Lake Buena Vista, Florida, April 29th through May 1st. For more information, log on to MAACsports.com. What I know is Brian Georges hasn't been playing a lot of the youngsters here in the second half, where he got those freshmen some spot duty in that first half. He's going with more of the veteran group.
He's going with his veterans, and as the games get bigger and tougher, your minutes tend to dwindle for your younger players.
Bench gets
it's just
a little bit shorter.
the way it is. The bench gets much shorter.
Terza couldn't handle the line drive from Allen Spock. Allen Spock goes over, has a word with a fellow senior, Maria Laterza.
Chance to cut it to single digits here.
Christine Best came in for Marist, where's 22. Rip off by Allen Spock. The chase is on with more. Bainan on a follow. 4 today for Kelsey Bainan. 2 at each half.
And that's great hustle. Great hustle. Everybody else on the floor has to assume that she's going to miss, and she did, and she's there for the offensive rebound.
Allen Spock had more right on her hip. And the follow by Bainan. Bainan is a freshman, just averaged 4 minutes a game. This year she's up to 10.5 and a walk. Well, you live and die with freshmen sometimes.
You do. But I like the way that Marist has picked up their defensive pressure here in the second half. It's been tremendous.
Swatted away. Saints new possession. Allen Spock. I should say that Bainan trying to get in there and get the charge. 2-shot situation. So the first one on Kelsey Bainan.
She's clearly still moving into her. It's a good call.
Serena Moore with 2 shots. Well, we talked about live rims. You and I were here and witnessed 4 games yesterday. Some men's games last night. These babies are tight.
We've heard coaches complain about it, too. I think Coach Georges called it alive rims.
Yes.
Rims are alive.
Kate Oliver replaced the Terza. Saints are putting on the pressure here with 8:44 remaining. Christine Best at the point guard position. Junior from Comac, New York. Allen Spock with the step back 3.
I don't know how you end that. Just a little up fake and then the lateral dribble.
How about her technique and her fundamentals of freeing up for her shot?
Her footwork is fantastic, and that's where it all starts, the footwork.
Best knocked it loose. Yards lane out of bounds with one hand on the sideline and one hand on the ball. Gerling took the brunt of that. Elise Cron comes in for Coriel Yard. So they go with the 2 pint-sized point guards right now. Foxes against the pressure of the Saints.
I don't think we've seen this combination today.
One usually replaces the other. Wiping up some perspiration from the collision out of bounds. Mullins, freshman, joined by Cummings, a freshman, with Moore, the senior. Garland, who's an underclassman, and Conklin, a senior. There's Moore. Drains one.
Big bucket by Moore.
She has 12 points. Here's Best. very good in transition. Oliver got a 10-footer.
It's hard to press this Marist team. Siena likes to press, especially with Serena Moore up on the ball, but they're a very difficult team to press, and they can't afford to get into a transition game with them. So
Fox has beat Siena one time this year by 30. Block foul on Marist. On Best. First one on Christine Best. 7:19 left here in the second half. The lead for Marist is at 15. A quest to going to the MAAC final for the 8th consecutive year.
Someone, possibly you, pays for the electricity that powers this screen. Would you like to pay less? You have a choice. Spark Energy is here to save you money on electricity. It's the same power over the same lines, but with lower prices. Visit us online at sparkenergy.com/TV, where it's easy to switch and learn how Spark Energy gives back to your community, because we empower what matters.
Great seats are now on sale for the 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships, March 3rd through the 7th at Webster Bank Arena at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. 20 teams, 18 games, 2 champions, and plenty of edge-of-your-seat action. For tickets, go online to MAACsports.com, Ticketmaster.com, or call Ticketmaster at 800-745-3000. The 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships. Every game counts.
Close game at halftime. Marist leading just by 3, 25-22, but they've outscored them 2-1 here in the second half.
And I think you can credit their defensive effort in the second half for this turnaround. It's been tremendous.
And that's what they're known for. Brian Georges preaches defense. Number 1 in the nation. Coming in to the tournament, only giving up 49.3, and then they hold St. Peter's to 33 yesterday. More drills, too.
Here they come with full court pressure. See if they can sustain this and not give up easy transition baskets.
Very tough with the 2 point guards in this. And Karan at best. Marist has made 5 of its last 7 shots. Closing in at 7 minutes left in this one. Little flare out for Oliver. Karan and Cummings get tied up. Marist will hold possession. Yards back in. Best is out. Ball to be inbounded by Allenspot. Down for Yard. Good position by Moore on the glass. Saints last year won 11-18. This year at 14-15 coming into this one. They're going to lose 3 seniors, Moore, Ramsey, and Cochran. So Castelli had to go out and sign 4 new players. So next year they're going to have a blend of youth and some upperclassmen.
She's got some good-looking freshmen on that bench. I think she's got to come back with Centeno now. I don't know that she can hold her much longer.
Centeno's made the 1 shot at the end of the first half, a 3-point beater. The buzzer that closed within 3, but then got 2 quick fouls in succession, 4 fouls, put her on the bench a long time. down in the post for more. Draws the double team between Oliver and Yard. It was a trip. Coriel Yard picks up the personal. That's only her first of the ball game. 6 on Marist with 6:02 left here in the second.
It's been a pretty clean game as far as they played defensively. It's been a pretty clean game.
Great anticipation, Yard. Very fast with the dribble. Yard has a double-double in this one. 10 points, 10 boards.
It's amazing for a guard with 10 rebounds.
He's 5'8". Well, Georges knew when he found this young lady in Leesport, Pennsylvania, she was special. He brought her along slowly as a freshman because he had all those good players ahead of her. Now she's just blossoming in her junior year. 32 points, her career high. She's also had 13 rebounds in one game against Boston University. And you know she can score against the likes of Villanova and Louisville. She scored 26 against Villanova and 25 against Louisville. Right through the hands of Gang. So Centeno will come back onto the court for the Saints. Out goes Mullen. Tina Castelli's looking for some outside game right now.
Coach Georges was not happy about that last possession. I mean, he doesn't care what the score is. He wants the best effort.
This is a one-sided conversation right now. And Oliver Smart just walked out at the end of the bench. Moore trying to establish in the post. Tears up toward the board.
Boy, every time she catches it, double and triple team, big bodies, tall bodies.
Leaning on her. Got to tire her out. 6 boards today for Laterza for Marist. Shot clock at 7. Kept alive by Laterza.
Boy, that's a heartbreaker. It's really demoralizing when you work that hard and then give up an offensive rebound.
They'll take the shot clock under 10 again. Near pick by Siena. Duran's going to have to get it off. Shovels to Laterza.
So nice, very nice.
Great recognition by Elise Duran. Laterza's first 2 of the ball game. And his lead pushed now to 16 points. Celebration of the 30th anniversary of the MAAC has compiled 30 memorable MAAC moments on Facebook. Check out the MAAC Facebook page at facebook.com/MAAC Sports to see all 30 moments and tell us what your favorite MAAC moment is. A lot of Marist up there on the graphic. Been to the NCAA tournament 5 consecutive years, 6 of the last 7 years. The only blemish is 04-05. They lose by 1 point to Canisius. Total domination.
Total domination. And, it's interesting that Marist has also had the Player of the Year in each of the last 4 seasons.
Good point. Rachel Fitz, 3-time Coach of the Year. This year was Brian Georges. 5 times he's won the award, and he's in his 9th year at Marist.
I think Megan Jebby on the bench here may be relaxing a little bit. This was her scout for this game, and you know she felt a lot of tension this morning when I saw her.
She's been with Brian 8 of the 9 years. Definitely a head coaching candidate down the road.
Absolutely.
Cockboom. quick hands of Yard. Good numbers for Marist as Saints have two players getting back late. Allensbach was trying to get through off a screen and was being held up on the play. Final media time out here in regulation. 3:28 left. Marist maintaining a 16-point lead.
Even in the most uncertain times, there are some things we know for sure. There will still be weddings, still be babies, and still be bright futures. That's why New York Life has been helping families plan for the expected and unexpected for 166 years. Backed by the highest ratings for financial strength, we're safe and secure, so you can be too. Give your family the gift of a secure financial future. New York Life, the company you keep.
This aisle isn't big enough for 2 zeros.
Anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Is that all you got?
I'm up to my knees in 0 calories. Pepsi to the max, so let's drink all of these.
Snoop! Pepsi Max. Too much taste to be called a zero.
The 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships are brought to you by Pepsi Max. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. FYE, strictly for your entertainment. New York Life Insurance Company. Learn more about NewYorkLife.com. And by the 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships. Buy your tickets today on Ticketmaster.com, MAACSports.com, or by calling 1-800-745-3000. The 2011 Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships. Every game counts. Welcome back inside Webster Bank Arena here, Harbor Yard, Bridgeport, Connecticut. We have 3 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the second half of this, our second semifinal today. Ridgeville won by Loyola. They await the winner of this. And the championship game will be played right here at Webster Bank Arena, 1 o'clock Monday afternoon on ESPNU. Allensbach leading Marist with 29 points today. She has scored 54% of their points. She got clipped. She got a chance to score 30 and 31.
And that might have just been the 5th foul on Centeno.
And our Pepsi Max player of the game, Erica Allensbach. Number 30's going for 30 points on this free throw attempt. 11 of 17 from the field. What a day.
Right, she just gave a fan the stare down there. He wants her to miss it, but I don't think so.
Talk about fans. Marist has quite a few in attendance. It's a sea of red right across from you and I, Michael.
They've always had a great following. Very
they average
loyal
about
fans.
2,200 at home at the McCann Center. The tears are called on that heavy foul. There you see a look at some of the Marist faithful. What a year. I mean, Poughkeepsie isn't that big a market. You've got a top 25 team in your backyard, and they come out in droves to watch this Marist women's team.
Best game in town.
It's an interesting outfit.
Quite a fashion statement there.
2 made by Cummings. Box saves it. We're under 3 left in regulation. 15-point Marist lead. Allenspach in traffic.
She does it every way possible.
32 today for Allenspach. She's 2 off tying her career high.
And it's not like they've done a poor job. On occasion, they've let her go. In transition, they missed her a couple of times. But in their half-court defense, they've done a terrific job on her. Just done an excellent job of reading screens, coming off screens, taking what the defense gives her. Takes a 3 if she has it. They come out and close out. She takes it to the basket. Just such a complete player.
She's such a student at the game. You'll find her a lot of the Marist men's practices, just watching them as they go through their daily workouts. She digs that one out. You can see how disciplined Marist is right now. They know that the game is theirs, no sense in rushing shots, but they do throw it away. Where I thought at the start of the game they were definitely rushing shots, only made 2 of their first 11.
They struggled early.
The pick by Karam.
But they're so talented, so deep, so balanced. I think Siena gave it everything they had today, but just not enough.
They really did. Within 3 at halftime. The shovel for Yard. As Karam was trying to pick up an assist right there. Allenspach.
I'm thinking of getting her out of the game right now. Don't want to risk an ankle sprain or an injury.
Now they get the day off tomorrow, which isn't the norm. They have moved now the championship game to Monday, so it gives a couple days to heal up and prepare for the next opponent. Allenspach greeted by the large contingent, the sea of red of Marist fans. What a day.
Well-deserved standing ovation.
Second time this year she has scored above 30 points, 32 in the afternoon. Moore over the Terza, rattles it in with an and 1.
She has battled today, but it's been 1 on 3 and 4 almost the entire game.
And without any outside game whatsoever. Hasn't been a fair fight. If you're between the ages of 6 and 16, make sure to register for the MAAC Bounce to the Arena. It will take place Sunday at noon in downtown Bridgeport. Participants will receive a basketball that they'll bounce along a planned route, starting at People's United Bank and finishing up at Webster Bank Arena here at Harbor Yard. Participants will also receive admission to the men's semifinals of the Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships. For more information, log on to MAACsports.com. Saints call for a timeout with 1:21 left, down by 14. Gina Castelli today coaching in her 603rd game as the Siena head coach in her 21st year. Well, coming up, men's quarterfinal action will be happening right here at Webster Bank Arena, Harbor Yard. Loyola and St. Peter's in the 4-5 game, scheduled for 2:30 Eastern Time. Check out your local listings. Justin Drummond, the 6th player of the year, is the back, leads Loyola. Wesley Jenkins, a great outside shooter and a senior for St. Peter's, will represent the Peacocks. Both teams back onto the court. Saints will engage with full court pressure. And that full court pressure makes them throw it away. Officials going to confer with each other, possible deflection.
I don't think that was tipped.
And they have agreed with you, so the Saints get the ball. Oliver was interfered with between Cochran and Moore. Cummings was over there as well. It's on Kathy Cochran. She too is senior on this Siena roster. 18 fouls on the Saints. Long walk for Kate Oliver. Kate Oliver's mom comes into town every once in a while from Australia. Usually stays for a week or two to see her young lady He's a sophomore at Marist. She drains a couple. Gerling missed it wide. Oliver's tied up. Ball goes back to the Saints.
Gerling's just had a tough afternoon. She's had to carry the perimeter shooting load by herself, and it's been a struggle.
Donut today. Until then. So Gerling was 0 for 7 before that shot. Nails it from the corner. Timeout by the Saints. And now they trail by 13. You know, amazing stat for Brian Georges and his coaching staff. Marist, if they win this game, would be 168-13 when they hold the opponent to 60 points or less. They preach defense. The MAAC now has an app for your iPhone, iPad, or iPod. The app delivers instant updates, including MAAC news, scores, and standings, straight to your iPhone, iPad, or iPod. Log on to the iTunes Store, search MAAC Sports, download your free MAAC app today. Gina Castelli in that huddle, working. She's been in a lot of these scenarios, coaching, as I mentioned, in her 603rd game today.
She's quite a competitor. From what I understand, still quite a player.
She was hired back in 1990 as a 27-year-old head coach. At that time, it was the 4th youngest in Division I ball. You do not find a coach in college basketball these days, men's or women's, staying at one job 21 years.
They're rare.
Brian Georges signed a long-term extension earlier this year. He's a keeper.
He may do the same thing because he loves it there. He loves Marist, loves the town.
And you know he's been noticed on the national scene.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure there's been more than one job offer to leave Marist, but I think he's very, very happy there.
Former head coach at a local high school, Our Lady of Lourdes. And what you have to marvel about that is that he not only coached basketball, he coached volleyball, he coached golf, tennis, softball, baseball, you name it, he coached it.
And he's a teacher. He could probably teach any sport.
Allenspach was put back in. And she was fouled. Interesting that they put her back onto the floor.
It's my theory that you don't substitute until the other team capitulates and puts their bench in. And Siena has not given up. And maybe he substituted a minute or two too early.
Could be. This free throw by Erica.
But I don't think you go to your bench until the team that's behind goes to their bench.
O'Connor with the rebound and the give-up foul by Centeno, and that's going to put her down for the day in her 5th. And Brenda Gang is now coming in for Emma O'Connor. So Brian Georges tried to get most of his youngsters in. We saw Leanna Ockenden in the first half. Emma O'Connor with that rebound. Haven't seen Casey Doolin. Erica makes another point in her column. Made free throw would tie her career high at 34. So 34 against Houston, 34 here in the semifinals against the Siena Saints. And Marist with again a 15-point lead. Gerling. Picked up by Gang. Darrell gives it back to the Foxes.
Just too much Allenspach today.
Sierra arises behind both benches. as the Foxes are going to close out their 25th win in succession. As they win this one here in Bridgeport by the count of 60-45. There's 0.7 of a second left as Marist was dribbling out the clock, so Siena just has to inbound. And this one will be complete. And now Kathy Cockrum will be acknowledged, and Serena Moore in her final appearance as seniors for the Siena Saints. Which is a nice gesture there by Gina Castelli. The ball is inbounded, and that closes out the win for the Foxes. The Red Foxes of Marist College, led by that man right there. Brian Georges taking his team to the MAAC final for the 8th consecutive year, and he's won 6 of the first 7. And his team has upped its record to 29-2 overall and still unbeaten in the MAAC after going 18-0 in the regular season and winning twice here in Bridgeport over the last 48 hours. Foxes with a 15-point win. Now gets ready for the Loyola Greyhounds, a team that gave Marist a couple good ball games. Loyola lost 3 games this year, 2 of them to Marist, but they were both tightly contested games. As the Marist faithful enjoys the activity here in the post-game atmosphere, 60-45, their team wins it. We send it out to Micah Ryan.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. This is becoming a familiar sight.
Well, like I said, Siena had a great game plan today. We came out and played not to lose, which is not a good thing to do, especially when we play Loyola. And Eric Allen's spot, this was the game she had against Houston that won her the MVP out in Vegas. She was outstanding today. Why she's the player of the year.
I thought she was terrific, but I thought your defensive effort in the second half was pivotal.
Yeah, I thought we did a good job too. I thought our post did a decent job of containing Serena Moore and hold her down enough, and then our perimeter people did a good enough job where we held them pretty well, and we were able to get some shots inside. I thought we did well against a triangle too, that we actually had an offensive mothballs that the kids able to run, and we got some shots.
Good. Any thoughts on Loyola before we go?
Great team. They can score from everywhere. We haven't played them since January. They're going to be a difficult task.
Well, best of luck to you.
Okay,
See you
thank
on
you.
Monday. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Back to you, Dean.
Yep.
Thanks, Micah. Our New York Life updated brackets all the way to the right. Number 1 Marist, number 2 Loyola, as both teams win here in semifinals Saturday. Marist victorious over Siena 60-45, and Manhattan drops one by 3 to the Loyola Greyhounds. Sets up the MAAC championship game, 1 o'clock Eastern, right here at Webster Bank Arena, Harvard Yard, Bridgeport, Connecticut. That game will go off on ESPNU once again at 1 o'clock. Our final score, Marist 60, Siena 45. Join us at 2:30 Eastern as our coverage of the Spark Energy MAAC Basketball Championships continue with the men's quarterfinals. Check your local listings and catch the women's championship game on ESPNU Monday afternoon at 1 Eastern, when an automatic berth to the NCAA tournament will be determined. For Michael Ryan and our entire crew, I'm Dean Darling. The preceding has been a presentation of Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference Basketball. We say goodbye from Bridgeport.